What's going on, y'all? Today I'm here. By the way, my name is Patrick McKinnon. If you don't know me, I am the owner and founder of Ultra Light Fitness, an awesome Christ-led fitness movement to get those Jesus junkies moving their bodies and glorifying their holy temples. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a dumbbell single arm kettlebell front squat. I nearly got that entirely wrong. All right, guys, so today's movement is going to be a single arm kettlebell front squat. This is going to be a great movement to build core strength, to build unilateral core stability. So we're going to be working on the obliques here. This is going to be a great movement to be able to build your lower body strength and power and just become an overall bad mamma jamma. All right, so with this movement today, the first thing that we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna look at the feet. So if you don't know how I break down movements, I go from the feet to the knees, to the hips, to the trunk, to the shoulders and arms, and then to the head, all right? So we're gonna break down the entire body here. I'm gonna break down, actually, before we go into the feet, how you breathe in this movement, okay? So when you are doing this I gotta correct myself, this kettlebell front squat, you are going to take a big breath in at the top. It's gonna look like this. Let me go ahead and show you. You're gonna hold it just like so. You're gonna take a big breath in, brace your core, keep that intra-abdominal pressure, squat down, breathe out on the way up. Super simple, keep that brace, don't be breathing out on the way down. And then now we're gonna go ahead and look at the feet. Okay, guys, so for this movement, you're gonna wanna go ahead and get your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width, all right? So when you come on down, you're able to fit your hips in between your feet. Usually a stance where you would take a dump in the woods would be a good place to start. Toes be pointed slightly out, about 10 to 15 degrees. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and look at the knees in this movement. This is gonna be a deep knee bend squat. This is gonna be primarily working the quads, the front of your legs. And when you get a deep knee bend, it is a quad blaster. So we're gonna get low in this squat. When you go down, I'll go ahead and have you view it from a side angle. You're gonna go ahead and push your butt back first and then bend your knees and open them wide, letting them get a full bend to where your hamstrings are basically touching your calves if you can get that low. If you can't, just focus on getting as low as you possibly can. All right, let me go ahead and show you. All right, so we're gonna set on up, feet a little wider than the shoulders, and we're gonna go ahead and push the butt back and bend the knees and open them out wide to make room for our hips to get down low. Then we come back up. Now let me show you. Hips break, then knees break, okay? Hips, knees, boom. The reason why the hips are gonna break first is because the first joint to move in any movement takes the lion's load of the movement. So we wanna go ahead and load up the hips, the glutes, the powerhouse of the body, more than we wanna load up the knees. Okay, this is a quad dominant movement, but let's be practical here and keep our knees nice and healthy. Let's not load those puppies up. Now we're gonna go ahead and look at the hips here, okay? Hips are pretty simple on the dumbbell or kettlebell. I need to get my head right. Kettlebell single arm front squat. All right, we're going to go ahead and have our hips drop straight down like we're dropping our butt into a bucket. Okay, they're gonna break a little bit at the top and push back slightly at the top, and then from there it's just straight down in between our heels. Let me go ahead and show you. Break, and then straight down, just like so. Guys, what I don't want to see you doing is pushing your butt super far back during this front squat. This isn't a back squat or a goblet squat. I don't want you doing this. We don't want to be reaching our butt back the entire time in this movement, okay? We want to make sure that we are loading up the quads by just dropping the hips straight down rather than trying to stretch out the hammies and the glutes, sending our hips backwards. All right, so just dropping straight down. And to be able to do that, our torso, which is the next area we're going to focus on, is going to be very upright, okay? The same position that I preach in a lot of movements like the kettlebell swing of your rib cage being down. Let me get you a little bit better view. You want your ribs down and closer to your belly button, like you're trying to bring your sternum into your belly button, rather than a big tall chest like this. We want to draw the ribs down and flatten our stomach. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you what that looks like here. Our torso angle is going to be very, very upright here, almost perfectly straight. This is why this is such a core movement, all right? And also the fact that we are unilaterally loading the body, meaning one side is gonna hold the weight. The obliques on both sides are gonna be firing to be able to keep the balance of your body, to be able to resist the rotation that wants to happen when our body would naturally like to just go straight down on the side where the weight is. All right, so we are gonna be very, very upright here, okay? Ribs down. Real straight in the torso. All right, guys, super good core movement here. All right, guys, now we're gonna go ahead and look at the shoulders and the arms, okay? So when you are holding this kettlebell, let me go ahead and pick it up to show you. All right, as you can see, this kettlebell's been beaten up a little bit. I got mine from Walmart. You can get yours at Walmart too. You are going to hold, let me adjust this. You are going to hold the kettlebell right up against your chest. There's no wiggle room here. You see right here, it is touching my pecs. All right, you're gonna do this by drawing your elbow into your rib cage and pointing your knuckles straight up to your chin. Nice and straight. We don't want your knuckles here pointing away. We also don't want them pointing out from the body. Have your knuckles pointing straight forward and this forearm tight into the body, squeezing, okay? And while you're in this position, your shoulder blade is going to be drawn down and back. Rather than holding this forward and your shoulder blade being forward or your shoulder being up here, we're going to draw it down and retract it. So squeeze that upper back here. Get this nice and tight. All right? You don't want to squat, kettlebell, single arm, front squat. There, I got it right. With a loose upper back. You want to imagine you're like Spider-Man. You have that web and you're sucking the kettlebell into your body. You're pulling it tight into your body, okay? Maybe that's not the best analogy, but you get the idea. Imagine there's a magnet pulling it in, okay, guys? And then from there, you're gonna wanna go ahead and have your eyes and neck. So your gaze should be facing about 6 feet in front of you on the floor. So as you squat, your chin should be tucked in to keep your cervical spine entirely aligned, and you're just looking about 6 to 8 feet in front of you. I'll go ahead and example this. We don't wanna go ahead and see your neck cranked up like that. We don't want that. Looking 6 to 8 feet in front of me, chin is tucked. Boom. All right, guys, we got about 20 seconds before it hits 10 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this video there. Here's an extra bonus tip for you guys. With the opposite arm that's out in the air, squeeze that sucker, flex your bicep, tighten that whole arm up, and you'll feel your pec on that side get tight as well too. This will help support the overall movement. Done.